Hi friends, it's Catherine from Budget Doctor, and I am so excited to give you a tour of our bestseller, the Digital Budget Planner. So in case you're new around here, we are a planner company, and in 2020, we released our very first budget planner. To date, we have over 4,500 budget planner sales, so I thought I would make this video to walk you through, page by page, how to use the budget planner, as well as how to use the only budgeting method that has worked for me. And trust me, I've tried a lot of different budgeting systems. This is our bi-weekly dated budget planner. We do have an undated version, which means that you will have to fill in your own dates. But the pros of the undated are that you will only have to purchase it one time and you'll be able to use it year after year without having to repurchase. I've linked that one down below. If you prefer dated planners like me, then definitely get the dated planner if you haven't already done so. Both planners look exactly the same. The only difference is inside the dated planner, the dates for that year are already filled in for you. Now, I'm so excited to walk you through and just give you a tour of what's inside. Really quick, before we jump into the tour, I want to give you an overview of what I'm using. This iPad is the iPad Pro 12.9 inches with the M1 chip. I do have to say that I'm a huge fan. This is the second generation Apple Pencil, and then the app that I'm using is Goodnotes 5, and that's found in the Apple App Store. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a tour of the planner and what to expect. So this planner is a landscape style planner, as you can see here. That just means you can view 2 pages at a time. All of these tabs here and all of these buttons are functional, meaning if I click them, it'll take me to that page, which I'll show you in just a second. But I'm going to use my finger to swipe because I want to walk you through most of the pages in the planner. So the very first page that we have here is kind of your home base for this planner. It's called the index. It's going to take you anywhere that you need to go. So let me bring up my menu by turning off this writing icon because I want to show you real quick that this means that your writing tool is turned on. You cannot use any of the tabs or buttons if your writing tool is turned on. So you need to make sure that your writing tool is turned off in order to click all the tabs and the buttons in your planner. You will toggle through this button a lot, so get used to it. I wrote a letter here for you to read, and all of these icons you can click and they will take you to the respective links, which include my email newsletter. You'll automatically get a freebie if you click here, by the way, and my Instagram page and all that good stuff. Keep in mind that in every page in the planner, there's a house icon, which will always take you back to the index page. Let's say you want to go to your February calendar page over here. You click on the February tab. Now that you're on the calendar page, you click the house icon to take you back to that home base, which is your index. So now I can go ahead and flip through and show you everything that's inside the planner. So as you've already seen, the tabs on the side are the months of the year. Let's go back to February. Now I do want to point out that the months are now at the top and will stay that way the entirety of the planner. So if you need to navigate through the months, you just click on them at the top. Every time you click on a monthly tab, it takes you to the monthly calendar. So let's look at the tabs on the side here. In the bi-weekly budget planner, it will look like this: Paycheck Plan 1, Paycheck Plan 2, Expense Tracker, Savings and Debt, and End of Month, which as we're flipping through, you'll see what those all mean. By the way, I have a bi-weekly, weekly, and monthly budget planner, and what you purchased will depend on your income frequency. If you get paid twice a month, this planner will be for you. If you get paid one time a month, you'd get the monthly budget planner, and if you get paid every single week, you'd purchase the weekly budget planner. I'm gonna take us back to the index, and we're just going to flip through so you can get a peek at what's included. So the first page is January's calendar. These buttons are all functional. The first one will take you to the bills overview page, and in the budgeting tutorial, you'll see why it's important. These buttons will take you to the weekly views, which are the 5 pages after the calendar. These represent the 5 weeks of the month. I like all my planners to be in one, including life and finances, which is why I made the budget planner that way for you to organize your weeks using these weekly view pages with appointments, events, schedules, and just your life stuff. So as I scroll along, you will see the Paycheck Plan page, which is the first tab on the right side here. It's moved because I'm actually on the page. So anytime you flip a page, it's like a book. It's really cool that way. Behind it is its corresponding cash or cashless envelope tracker. So I'm going to explain how to use the paycheck plan page in this video since it's so important. But in the video I've linked below, I do a much more thorough explanation. For now, I just want to familiarize you with all the pages in the planner along with how to navigate through the planner itself. This is your cashless envelope tracker that goes with the first month's paycheck. This is the second paycheck of the month along with its cashless envelope trackers. You have your expense tracker, and this is where you update your expenses or transactions. You have a debt plan and savings plan page for each month to see and track your progress. And then we get into the end of month pages where you will close out your budget. On the left is your monthly category breakdown where you can see how much of your income was allocated into each budget category. And then on the right, you have your net worth progress and monthly financial overview page. There are two buttons here that are functional. This one will take you to a page where you'll see your net worth for the whole year. And this button will take you to a yearly financial overview. So let me show you where these buttons take you and we will come right back to this page. So when I click here, it takes me to the net worth tracker page. The best thing about this page is you can see an overview, and that's what will help you make progress and increase your net worth, which is your assets minus your liabilities. Now to get back to the page we were at, I'll click the January tab, go to the end of the month, and we're back. Next, I want to click this button down here, which will take you to the yearly financial overview page. It's nice to have these because you will see your progress for the entire year and you can refer back to it easily if you ever need to. Say for example, you need to know how much debt you paid in June 2023. So I would go to June and debt paid, and the number will be right over here. Now we're back to the end of the month tab. If I swipe to the next page, it'll take me to the next month. And again, you will have your bills overview button, your 5 weekly views, your paycheck plan 1 with its cashless envelope trackers, your paycheck plan 2 with its cashless envelope trackers, expense tracker, savings and debt page, and end of month page. This will repeat all the way up until December. So now I want to give you a quick rundown of how to use these pages. Let's go to my October paycheck plan. My pay date was October 3. So in this paycheck plan page, you have the pay date, which you will put up here, and all the income you receive for that pay period. Each table on this page has 2 columns, okay? One is for the budgeted amount and one is for the actual amount. Your budgeted amount is how much you're expecting to receive, and your actual amount is how much you've received. That one gets filled in once your paycheck enters your bank account. We will always work with the budgeted amounts since this page will actually be filled in before you get paid, but more on that later. Next, this table is for all the bills that this paycheck will cover. So you will list them here along with their due dates and how much you are budgeting to pay. The cleared column doesn't get filled in until the bill clears your account. Next are your day-to-day expenses. We call these your variable expenses. They're cute little cash envelopes that I created. Again, you will put what that variable expense is. Mine are groceries, eating out, gas, my spending, and my husband's spending. You will then put how much you're budgeting for each category. For food, my budget is $600 for this paycheck, so I put $600 under the budgeted amount. These boxes are a place for you to check off whether you are using cash or your debit card for this category. In our case, we will be using cash for our groceries. Moving on, you have your sinking funds. These are your short-term savings goals. I give you space for 9. In the first box, fill in how much you had initially, how much you will be adding from this paycheck in the colored box, and how much in total you have for that specific savings goals. You then check off if you're saving it in cash or you're putting it into a savings account. My sinking funds include taxes, vacation, car maintenance, shopping, Apple, which is an iPhone, emergency gifts, and taxes. Some previous ones that I had were my wedding dress and a laptop. Lastly, in this section, if you're a cash spender, this is for your reference. If you're gonna go to the bank to pull out specific bill denominations, for example, for your variable expenses, this is a nice little area to snap a picture of to take to the bank so you can keep track of how much cash you need to pull out from the ATM. For example, how many 100s, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s you need. This is definitely the most complex page, but that's it. That's your whole plan for your paycheck all in one page. Remember, you fill one of these in before every paycheck, and its purpose is for you to have a plan for every dollar you make, and in turn, get you in control of your money. The next page is your cash or cashless envelope trackers. I go deeper into this in the budget tutorial video linked below, but it's there for you to keep you within your budget so you don't overspend. Here is where you will fill in your variable expenses that you listed in this paycheck plan page here. For example, food, household, pet, coffee, and gas. It depends on you and your lifestyle. How much you're budgeting goes in here, and keep a running balance as you spend. I give you space for 6 of these envelopes, but you can duplicate this page as many times as you need to. The cool thing about digital planning is you can copy any page and put another one right behind it without messing up the tabs, as long as you follow the tutorial over on the links posted below. So I'm not going to go through every single month because it's the same from month to month, but I do want to show you at the very end, you do have some yearly overview pages that are super helpful. The first one is your monthly category breakdown, and it's where you go ahead and fill out how much you spend in each category for that corresponding month. I use this page to see if I went over or under budget, and I highlight it in green for staying within budget and red for going over budget. And then if you scroll to the next page, it's your money goals overview, where you can list the savings goals you have for the entire year and keep updating it as you're adding money to that goal. You'd put the goal in this column, for example, Disney trip, iPhone, new sofa, wedding dress, whatever your savings goals are, it will go here. Swiping to the next page is the net worth tracker and yearly finance overview, which I've already showed you. Next is a place where you can put your yearly goals. I like to track them 3 months at a time. And the next page is one of the most important pages, and the one you will start with when purchasing this planner. It's your bills payment page. You'll organize your bills in order of due date and track the bills as you pay it throughout the year. Next, you get 7 daily planning pages if you prefer to plan your entire day. It includes Monday to Sunday, along with a brain dump page over here. I like to use this section for when I call utility companies and need to document what we spoke about, jotting down any reference numbers, but you can use it for whatever you'd like. Next is a what am I doing this month page. I love this page for memories. And last, you get 4 completely blank pages. You can do whatever you like on these pages, and you can copy and paste them throughout the planner as you see fit. And remember, the home icon will take you right back to the index. So as you see here, I'm back at the index, and you have 4 completely blank tabs. These will take you to those blank pages, and I left space for you to label what each tab is for because it's going to be different depending on what you use it for. I'm going to click the blank tab here so it can take me to the blank page, and I'm going to write notes on one of the pages by clicking on the writing tool. Now I'm going to turn my writing tool off so I can go back to the index by pressing the home button. Now I need to label this tab as notes so I know that it'll take me to the area where I wrote notes. So I'm going to turn back on my writing tool, and I'm going to go ahead, zoom in, and write notes. Just like that, and then turn my writing tool off, and then click this tab to go back to that page. And there you go. I'm right back to that page where I just wrote notes. Just a reminder, you can go to all these blank pages using the tabs. You can also access all the pages at the end of the planner with the tabs over here, which we spoke about, like the bill payments page, yearly finances, yearly goals, the category breakdown, the money goals, the net worth tracker, your 7 daily views, your monthly favorites, and now I've created a new one, which is notes. So that's it. That's the entire planner, which is 178 pages of goodness. If you want to know how I use my budgeting method using each page, click the link below for a more thorough video walking you through how to budget your paycheck using the budget by paycheck method.